going to turn the music down just a hair so it's still there as ambiance for the rest of the stream, and we'll be good to go. Hello, Pedro. So I was still in like kind of like in the final stretches of getting ready, and I heard that. I heard all of that. That knock did make me jump. I was not a fan. Thank you very much for that. Much appreciated. Vampire, welcome in, welcome in. We are going to go ahead and jump right into it. We are in episode 2 of House of Danger. Mad, welcome in, welcome in. I was trying to like figure out why my setup wasn't doing what I wanted it to, and it was like whatever, it just didn't do it. So I was like, okay, fine, it's just gonna be what it is. But it worked out. Yes. So if you recall, we are playing the Choose Your Own Adventure. House of Danger. We actually completed chapters 1 and 2. We are on a death counter of 5 so far in this game. So we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. December is solo showcase month. Solo does not mean that you have to play it by yourself. It just means that it's an option if you want to be able to play a game. They create solo board games for people that are like, I'm just wanting to kind of just do my own thing, but you love tabletop games. So here we are. We have these. But if you wish, like you are doing with me, you all can co-op it, or we all can co-op it. We are co-oping this game together, even as a solo showcase, just kind of to have the options open, because honestly, everyone deserves a break and everyone deserves to be able to play together. Both are good. And I like to see games. I also like to play games that let you do both. So whether your social battery, I remember last day I kind of calling it meter and it was incorrect. Social battery can go away and you can still enjoy a good board game. Send me here, send me lurking till my ride gets here to pick me up from work. Awesome. We are happy that you're here. We hope you enjoyed the show. We completed chapter 1 where we took on a job as a psychic detective. You can see our psychic meter here. As a psychic detective to look at the house of, what's this house called? Marsden. The House of Marsden. To be able to kind of figure out what is going on in there. We have a mystery to solve and we are the ones to do it. Amateurish as we might be, and as many times as we have apparently died, which is fine. We will get through it. We are on episode 2. We completed chapters 1 and 2. Chapter 1 got us through the maze that's on the outside of on the grounds, as you can see here. And chapter 2, we'll showcase that one a little bit. Chapter 2 got us inside the mansion with the ability to be able to at least explore most of it. We explored a good portion of it. As you can see, we died 5 times exploring this house. We started off with a pocket knife and a water bottle. Both of those will assist us in our choices and challenges to be able to do so and to progress the story. We already used the bottle of water to be able to help us out. Didn't do us very well. We also acquired along the way this whirring metal spear, the Marsden family ring, a briefcase full of money, and a large metal rod. All of these that we are told to keep with us as they might prove useful at some point in the future. We also acquired, it says keep these 2 cards. This is the card of the king of the dollhouse. This is the card of the queen of the dollhouse. We were told to keep those on standby. We also acquired 2 image portraits. One that looks like a toilet and the other that looks like something gray. So with that, we are at, I believe we're at 11. We got our psychic scale all the way up to level 2, which is exciting because we were doing incredibly badly with all of our luck rolls as we go. So I'm very happy that we got through that one. But you can see our danger meter gets up to here. If we continue losing challenges and we get up to here, we get -2 psychic ability and we start from the beginning. We are at currently 6. All of our dice rolls have to currently beat a 6 in order for our challenges to be won. Easier said than done. And as you probably have seen in the last episode, I am not a very good dice roller, it seems. Madman says, I won't be lurking, but rather lagging, as I am watching from upstairs while attempting to civilize some feral kittens. Aww. Here, kitty. Piss, 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 piss. Momo's over there chewing on a bone. So, chill. Semi-lurking. Enjoy. The story is to be heard and to be involved in, but feel free to involve yourself as you go. We open up all the challenges and the choices to the chat. You are more than welcome to join in. If after some time, like some pauses happen, we just do a fate roll, which is to let the dice decide whether we're going to do a challenge, whether we're going to do X, Y, or Z. And so we have everyone involved in it. So feel free to participate to your heart's content. But we will go ahead and get chapter 3 started on episode 2 of House of Danger. So we're going to pick up the chapters first that we need. Chapter 5. All right, so we're on the rescue. So this is all chapter 3. All right. So we are currently on not bad choices today. We will try maybe the 5 stream streak will help us. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed all 5 streams. I hope you enjoy the show today. I'm going to enjoy the show because I want to win. I have my cozy food today. By food, I mean I have hot chocolate. I am personally hot, but I still like hot chocolate. I also have water. Both. And a fan, because I am still hot. It's like, it ranges, it's like, what is it now? It's like 10 degrees Celsius right now, and I'm like, I'm dying. I am dying. It's 10 degrees Celsius, and I'm dying. Okay, here we go. We are in the rescue. Also, let me know if the background music is too much. I can adjust it accordingly. We are using, yeah. All right, so you're still not sure what's really going on in this place. You were already freaked out by the creepy stuff you saw outside the Marsden house, and the discovery of actual spirits from beyond the grave inside the house has made you more on edge. You steel your nerves and remind yourself that you are not an aspiring detective. You're a psychic investigator. You eat spirits from beyond the grave for breakfast. Not really, but the point is you feel a surge of confidence. You can do this. At any rate, you've come way too far. Still hot, she says. My bird bath is frozen solid over here. I am hot. I know. I'm so sorry. I think I slurped into the microphone. My bad. At any rate, you've come way too far to turn back now. So all you can do is hope that the depths of the house hold some insight into the mysterious nightmares that have plagued you for weeks and drew you to this modern architecture house of horrors in the first place. But the elevator, which all your hopes rest on, is totally trashed. The last person to use it must have really hated elevators. Based on the scratch marks on the wall, they might have had sharp claws too. A strange sensation now washes over you. Your head spins, you lose your balance, and you fall to your knees. Although you don't quite black out, you're overwhelmed by visions as your consciousness leaves your body and travels through the house's lower reaches on mind power alone. You drift downward, through a meeting room full of huge, shadowy figures and a laboratory stocked with equipment. Your awareness oh, here's the artwork for the next chapter, for the next page. Your awareness projects deeper. Under the estate, you finally come across a jail cell. Let me read that again because that was incorrect. Your awareness projects deeper under the estate. You finally come to a jail cell. Your mind can't penetrate it to see who's inside, but a wave of anguish emits from it, like heat from the sun. You sense that the person trapped inside is responsible for what occurred so far and could help you with what you'll encounter next. Here, draw clue 76 to discover your goal. Oh, I didn't actually... Oh, to discover the goal. So we're going to draw 76. Did I draw 76 already? Am I missing 70? This is unacceptable. I know I put this all in order. $83. Oh, here it is. It was in the wrong spot. It was after 79. It's fine. It's fine. I can do numbers. All right, so we have Draw clue 76 to discover your goal. Our goal for this chapter: rescue the prisoner you sensed from your psychic projection. That's our goal for here. We put the goal at the top so we can keep it in mind. This is the discard pile of clues, so we don't need these anymore. All right. Actually, since it's so high up, I can actually scoot this higher. There we go. So then I have challenge boosters set right here. All right, so that's our goal. Your mind joins your body again, as though swiftly snapping back into place. It takes you a moment to get your bearings. You're in your own body, in an elevator, in a spooky house that you somewhat regret ever setting foot inside. You check the panel and find that all the buttons have been pried off except for 2. They might be the only active basement levels. Of course, it's also possible that they're just floors to whoever wrecked this elevator wants to lure you to. With a whoosh, the elevator doors briskly close. We have our first choice of the evening. Rescue anguished person. Roger, exactly. First choice of the evening, we can either go to press the button for the sub-basement. Okay, I was like, what? Press the button for the sub-basement level 2, or press the basement button for the sub-basement level 3. So, do you want to go to floor 2, basement floor 2, or basement floor 3? Excuse me. We can also do, part of my challenge next week is going to clean my study. Ooh. Drop some. 3. Vampire says 3. Here we go. If we go to story card basement 3, we'll go to story card 78. So we'll do that. All right. The elevator drops with a jerk and continues to sub-basement 3. The door opens up into a room with tables holding funnels, glass beakers, test tubes, thermometers, and safety goggles. It looks like a biochemistry lab. It's a complete wreck, just like the elevator, so you can add biochemistry to the list of the things the vandal has a grudge against. There's a desk in the corner. Based on the pattern of stuff scattered on the floor, it appears someone was dragged away from it by force and then taken out the door and down a hall. Another door leads to a room where you can see a large glass vat full of glowing blue liquid. Here is the picture associated with it. Second choice of the evening, next choice of the evening. We can follow the path of destruction down the hallway, or we can enter the room with the glass vats of blue glowing liquid. Mad Matt says, I vote we stick a pencil in the empty button sockets. Make sure you do an eraser first so you don't get shocked. Yeah, that would be a good choice. Or we could not stick anything into any random electrical hole. That would be fine too. Do we want to go to do you want to follow the destruction down the hallway where someone was clearly dragged, or go to the blue glowing vats for that matter? Are you done with your bone? Are you done with your bone already? Huh? You done? You want to go? You good? Can you sit? No? No sit? She's looking at me like, is there more bone? Is there more bone? You don't want to sit? I don't have any more bone. I don't. We're trying to... Okay. You do you, doggy. You're so cute. All right. Shall we leave it up to the fates today for this one? Oh, Mad Matt says let's go to the glowing vats. Oh, sorry, no. He says glue glowing bats. Got it. We're going to glue glowing bats, which double interpreted means go to story card 67. All right. So room with glowing vats. Story card 67. You see rows and rows of glowing blue vats. I'm about to mix it up at this point. You see rows and rows of glue blowing flats. You see rows and rows of glowing blue vats. Matt, I'm blaming you. All filled with chimpanzees in various stages of development. The largest ones are as big as adult humans. Someone is bending the laws of nature to unethical extremes down here. The vats are plugged into a utility box on the wall. On top is a glowing cap with 3 crystals. It might be some kind of power source. Something about this crystalline cap calls to you. It feels important. From the utility box, cords and wires run into the adjoining room through a propped open door. There's also a conveyor belt that leads through an opening in the far wall. The belt is moving slowly, and the motion is mildly hypnotic. That worked so much better than I could have expected. Yay! Good. All right, we have optional challenges. If you remember last week, we can choose not to do them depending on situation. For this stream, we're going to do all challenges. But when you play for yourself, if you choose to play for yourself or with co-op, you can choose not to do so. But I do find that it sometimes does make it fun. Optional challenge, pry the crystalline caps loose. In order to win a challenge, you have to beat the danger meter in a roll, right? After that, we'll have a story choice. If we win, we get a new clue. If we lose, we raise the danger meter by 2 and try again. By 2, we'll get to the top. We just start over again at this 3. Right? So let's take the challenge. We have our die. We've switched die 4 times throughout the last stream. So we're using our pink blue die. It's not food. I promise you, doggy, it's not food. Hey, Drake. Welcome in. Yeah, we're... No! It's... Where'd it go? Oh, it's on my thing. Hi, Drake. All right, we got to beat a 6. We got to beat a 6. We got to get a 6 or higher. 6 or higher. By 6 or higher, I mean 6. We got to get a 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 6. All right, here we go. All right, we got a 1. This will go well. All right, so a 1 is an automatic loss. So immediately, we're going to lose the challenge. When we do, we have to move it forward by X amount, right? By the number on the die. It's 1. We have -2 psychic meter, and we bring it all the way back to this 3 here. So we lose 2 psychic power. We're still level 2, but we did lose some yeah, so maybe down the line our choices will be harder. We can try again, though. I would like to try to get that clue. So we'll try again at the... Since Drake's here and the gamble is real, let's try it. Hey. It's a die. It's really not food, I promise. All right, here we go. All right, we got a 6. We got a 6 now. We got a 6 now. It's glorious. So we won, since we have to beat a 3 this time instead of a 6. So we get clue 87. It's not food. Clue 87 is the crystalline cap seen here. You pry the crystalline cap from the utility box. Even unplugged, it keeps glowing. This object gives you a shiver. Your psychic senses tell you this is an important item. Keep this item and move forward 3 spaces on the psychic scale. All right, so we're going to keep this and move forward 1, 2, 3. So we lost 2 but gained 3. So we're actually not too bad. That's actually not too bad of a gamble that we just took. Now we have a story choice. We can follow the cords from the utility box into the adjacent room that they're connected to, or Here's the vats, by the way, the picture of the vats. Or we can jump on the conveyor belt and just see where it goes. You have to go out. I asked if you want to go out before. You want to go out now? Yeah, jump. Pedro says jump on the conveyor belt. So let's see. Story card 82. All right, here we go. This room is full of bananas and money. At a glance, you can see that the money is counterfeit, and very, very poorly counterfeited at best. Instead of presidents, the bill features pictures of bananas. Along with the banana bills, the room contains squashed bananas that might have been run through a printing press. It's as if whoever was making all this funny money was a little distracted. There's a precarious pile of bananas hidden beneath a high shelf, and you can see a box up there. You can probably climb up there to check it out if you dare. There is a door leading out to the hallway. Next to the door is a large unlocked freezer unit built into the wall. Premonition. If you are level 3 or higher on the psychic scale, we can draw a clue. So you'll notice we just made it to level 3. We barely passed into level 3. We almost lost at that point and being in level 2, but we got to level 3 just in time. So we're in level 3, so we get to draw clue 72 from the pile. We lucked out, guys. We lucked out. We got a picture. It looks like a door with a covering over it. Maybe. So we have a new picture. All right. We are going to do the optional challenge of climbing the banana pile. All right. We can get clue 83 if we win. Or we can lose and range the danger meter by 4. Story choice will come after. We're going to take the clue. We're going to do the option. So here we go. We have to beat a 3, which should be simpler. All right. We got to beat a 3. We got to beat a 3. We got to beat a 3. We got a 2. You say floating bacon? No. So we raise our danger meter by 4, and we do not get a retry. 1, 2, 3, 4. So unfortunately, we don't get to get that clue, so we leave that alone. And we get to another story choice. Floating banana, floating bacon. Choice. Do we want to head into the hallway or go into the freezer unit? Hallway or freezer unit? We haven't died yet, so I'm feeling pretty good. Like the last time, we died within the first 10 minutes of the game, which was nuts. Also, floating bacon. It can be bananas. Where are we? Now I gotta go back to where's the floating bacon coming from? Precarious pile of bananas. Box. Bacon. I got nothing. Alright. Should we go into the hall or go to the freezer unit? If I recall, I believe the hall is what they were saying was the dragging away of that character from the desk that they believe was there. I don't remember if that's the same hallway, but I imagine that it could very well be. Freezer units are cold. You know what? I prefer the cold. So I'll make the executive decision for the moment. We're going into the freezer because I am hot. Alright, story card 70. Alright, we go to story card 70. The moment you open the freezer, a stench overtakes you. It's so cloyingly sweet that you almost gag. Then you hear breathing. A creature stands before you on 4 bulbous legs that jut out from a curved, elongated yellow body. Its pale skin is peeled back at the head to reveal a soulless black eyes and an enormous mouth full of razor-sharp teeth. It's a banana. A hideous, shark-mouthed banana, crafted by some manner of mad science or dark sorcery far beyond your understanding. The creature shrieks and snorts, then it charges you. Here you go. Banana shark. We have it. Banana shark. Mad Matt, bring your artistics. Banana shark. Stop. We have to do this challenge because it's charging at us and we don't have a choice. We have a required challenge. Fight the banana shark. If we win, we get a clue 69. If we don't, 86. Come visit New York. It was so cold I had to wear a jacket with the heat on. That sounds glorious to me. I do go outside in jackets, by the way. I don't want people thinking I'm super crazy. I saw a guy that was walking today and whatnot, and people were like in parkas already because, like, 10 degrees. So everyone's like, oh my God. Or whatnot. And he's like in a t-shirt. And I'm like, okay, I'm crazy. But I also know, okay, just because I don't feel like cold or anything, I get hot very easily, doesn't mean that my body won't also be affected by like flu season, So I'm like, I will keep my body temperature high. All right, so we have to beat 5. I'm beginning to regret that last challenge we just did. All right, here we go. I don't like 20 degrees. Thank you. Minus 20, that's a little much for me. I think that would put us in like death territory. Thank you very much, Drake. Appreciate it. After this challenge, I'm gonna let my dog out real quick. It'll take 2 seconds. All right, we gotta beat a 5. 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 Oh, we got a 3. We lost. We gotta draw clue 86 instead. All right, so not 69, but 86. Bananas might not be your favorite food, but you've eaten more than your share over the course in your life in smoothies, in banana splits, and on waffles. So you can definitely appreciate the irony when this time, the banana eats you. The end. Move back 2 spaces on the psychic scale and return to story card 82. So we lost. All right, I know my choice got us to, here we go, death counter 6. We moved it up. All right, let's go back to 82. I know, Pedro, I know. All right, back to 82. All right. And we can start the whole thing again. So we go back. You would technically read this chapter over again, which we're not going to. It's the pile of banana room. We already have clue 72. So fortunately, we did not lose out on clue 72. We already got that. We can, however, try to do the optional. I believe we can try to do the optional challenge again since we had to go back to it. So since we're here and I want clue 83, let's do it. Challenge mode activated. It's a climbing one, so we don't have anything that can help with that, so there's nothing to be done. We just have to beat a 5. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Just gotta beat a 5. Okay, we got a 3. It's fine. Raise the danger meter by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back here and lose a space. Where's my rule book? I forgot to check something. Oh! Oh! Thank you, Drake. Appreciate it. Sorry, hold on a second. I'm just trying to make sure. Oh, it's back 2 spaces. Okay, so we're back to 8. Or was it? We were on 11 or 10? We're on 9. We're going to go on 9. Okay, cool. I think that's where we're at. And now let's see. We can go. We can go back into the freezer unit and try to win against the shark again. we can try again. We can try. We can try. Guys, I have. Would you? We can try fighting the danger with the banana shark again. We can do that. That's a choice we can make. We're back. Do we want to go into the freezer and fight the banana shark again? Drake says let's do it. All right, so back to the banana shark. Because nothing says dumb idea like trying the same thing again. But this time we have to beat a 3, so we should be fine. All right, we just have to beat a 3. We just have to beat a 3.
It's Charmander!
Char! We just have to beat a 3. I said I was going to take you out, didn't I? Whoops. All right, after this, I'll take you out. We got to beat the banana shark. All right, gotta beat a 3. Gotta beat a 3. Gotta beat a 3. All right, we got a 3. Ha. Banana shark sounds like a grass type. It probably would be. All right, so we got a 3. Woof. So we won. So now we get clue 69. Worth it. Worth it. Grass water. You think the banana shark... Oh, I guess the shark part would make it water. All right, draw 69. It must have been brewed. Yeah, from the last time. Exactly. Exactly. Though granted, we did just squeeze by the skirt of our teeth, so there is that. Its maw may be terrifying, but the creature's insides are as soft and as squishy as you'd expect from a bananimal to have. A bananimal, I like that. You split it in 2, and a glob of its flesh winds up in your mouth. It tastes amazing, and you're completely rejuvenated. Lower the danger meter by 3. Papa, all the way to the bottom. Move forward 2 spaces on the psychic scale. 1, 2. Now we're back to level 3. Go to story card 79. There we go. See? It was worth it. All right, story card 79. Oh, right. I said I was going to take you out. All right. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay. I return. It doesn't mean I don't actually need my earphones because I was like, that's just for you. Music's for you guys. Some background noise. All right. So we are now at 79. With the creature bested, you have a good opportunity to search the freezer unit, which is an odd triangle shaped chamber designed to be opened on 3 sides. You see a huge bed of banana leaves in the corner, piled high with or piled with miscellaneous garbage. There might be something valuable in this weird nest, if you can stomach sifting through it. There's also a large block of solid ice stuck to the wall with something frozen inside. Perhaps you can break it open. You find that the freezer doors can be opened from the inside. You hear a soft hum of a machine purring behind one of them, and the other is utterly quiet. Alright, so we have optional search. We can search the creature's nest or arrange the danger meter. We also have optional break open the block of ice. The second one we can try again if we so choose. So we're going to do both challenges. So the first one is a search the nest for clue 88. So we're going to, we got to beat a 3. That's all we got to beat is another 3. We can do this. We just got to search for this nasty, nasty nest to get a 3. Oh, sorry. All right, we got a 4. So, Cloverfield my camera. All right, so we got clue 88 because we beat the challenge. All right, what did we find? Oh, we found a battery. This standard 9-volt battery could power a flashlight or a taser or who knows what else. Keep this item. Finish story card 79. So we'll keep a battery. We also have break open the block of ice, and if so, we get clue 58. We have to beat a 3 again. We can try this as many times as we like. So here we go. I should buy like a fur lined. Oh, we didn't beat a 3. We raise the danger meter by 1 and try again. I don't think we have any strength assist. I think it's just, yeah, so no go there. Oh, wait, do we have a... No, it's not. Okay. All right, we got a 5. Perfect. Oh, no. Okay, I was like, okay, we got a 5. There we go. So we can get clue 58. All right, you got clue 58. We got a homemade ghost trap, because who are you going to call, right? It's a cassette tape recorder hardwired to a storage tank. An index card on the back says the tank is an astral containment vessel. So instead of capturing sounds, it captures ghosts. Your psychic senses tell you this is an important item. Keep this item, move forward 1 space in the psychic scale. Yay, we're at 12 again. Okay, so we have a homemade ghost trap. And now we can continue. So we have a choice. We'll probably, if unless you guys speak up in a bit, we'll leave it to fate this time. We can try the humming door, the door that has a humming sound behind it. Or we can go to the silent door, the one that has no noise behind it. Nothing says, nothing says not dangerous than silence, right? Right? Silent door, humming door, silent door, humming door, silent door, humming door. I don't know. Both of them sound absolutely terrible. I'm beginning to think that leaving it to fate's a good idea. So, where's my fate die? This one's just odds versus evens. So, odds is the top, bottom is the evens. All right, so this is a 4 even. I shouldn't have done that, but should have done it in this corner so you can see it even better. So we got a 4 for our fates. We got even. So we're gonna do the silent door. So here we go, silent door. Story card 64. All right. This room features an odd-looking machine. Judging by the stacks of fake cash everywhere, it must be a counterfeiting printing press. Oh, and there's a huge chimpanzee here, as big as a man, wearing a security guard uniform. He's leaning on the machine and facing away from you. He has a gun in a holster on his belt. Attacking him would be quite a risk, but then again, with all the crazy stuff you've seen in this house, you would feel a heck of a lot safer if you could overpower the guard and grab his firearm. There's a sliding barred door across the room that looks like the door to a jail cell, and it's partly open. Also, a rough hole in the wall leads into a dark tunnel. You're confident you could sneak into either one without the guard spotting you. Optional challenge. Fight the chimpanzee guard. Pedro, do we fight the chimpanzee guard to get his gun? It's a big chimpanzee in a security guard's outfit with a gun. Should we fight him? I'll leave this one as an actual choice. We can get clue 60. No. She said no. There's no amount of clues that seems like a good idea. She's like, you don't need clue 63. You have plenty of clues. Play with those. All right, so if we're going to avoid the guard, which is totally fine, we can sneak into the sliding barred door or head through the hole in the tunnel. Not like me, World of Horror, where the guard is already dead. No, this guard is perfectly alive and also printing counterfeit money. I am not playing that game. That just seems like a bad idea all around. So we can't, but we can go to the sliding barred door or through a hole in the tunnel that leads to a tunnel. Should we leave that one to fate too? We can do that. Oh, sliding barred doors. All of our tunnels too have led to demises. So I'm kind of like, maybe we should not do tunnels anymore. That you guys picked tunnels every time last time and we did not do well. We're at counter 6. Let me see. We could leave it to fate. Where's my fate die? All right. Again, ours are the first choice. Evens are the second choice. All right, fate. Shall we live to see another day, fate? Or choice, or whatever you want to call this. All right, we got a 5, so it's an odd. We'll leave that there. So we're going to do the top choice. We're going to go to the sliding barred door. Story 62. You slide open the barred door. It looks much more industrial than the other rooms you've been in. The door slides shut on its own. Clang! And you hear it lock behind you. You see some kind of gated structure down the hallway in front of you, and you quickly press against the wall when you realize that 2 figures are guarding it. There's also a desk on the side of the room that's out of the guard's line of sight. Premonition. If you are level 3 or higher on the psychic scale, draw clue 80. We are psychic level 3, so we're going to draw clue 80. So these are premonitions, things that we are going to see. All right, here's our next premonition, a brain on fire, which is how I usually feel. Honestly, brain on fire is my general state of existence. Yep. All right, so we got brain on fire as one of our premonition clues. I can actually move this card pile over here. I'm so sorry. I keep hitting the camera. I'm sorry. All right, so with that, we can try our luck with the guards, right? I guess that means to try our luck overpowering two of them. Or we can sneak across the room to the desk. Would you guys like to try our hand with the guards or sneak to the desk? I have a feeling you guys want to sneak to the desk. I have a feeling you guys want to just you want to try staying alive. That's my thought. I have a feeling you guys want to stay alive. Staying alive is probably great. 100 beats per minute. Staying alive. Ha, 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 ha. Staying alive. I sneak. Yeah, see? There. Paige was like, we're sneaking. 100%. Which is how I feel. So we're going to go to Star Q 63. You make it to the desk unnoticed. The only thing here is a fancy new computer. It's a shiny beige box underneath a monitor that glows with rows of green text and a blinking command prompt. If you can manage to break through to computer security, you might find some useful information stored in its internal memory. Stealth is better. I agree. So we have an optional challenge. Search the computer for information. If you are level 3 or higher, we get +1 on our rolls. So we are level 3, so we get a +1 in addition to any challenge booster. I don't think we have a challenge booster, just items. Yeah, we have one, and that's for like fighting. If we win, we can get the clue. So let's search the computer quietly, and we have to beat a 3. We get a +1 on our rolls. So we'll do, we need a 3 or higher. We got a 6. All right. So we won that challenge. We get to draw clue 66. All right. Clue 66 says, you can't crack the computer security, but then you notice an index card taped to the underside of the monitor. Written on the card is B at A at A at. Could this be the password? You try it, and boop, it works. After a few seconds of poking around in some files, you learn that there's a very important prisoner being held in cell C. All right. There's one way out of here, down a hall to a gate, which is guarded by 2 chimps. Approach the chimp guards at story 74. So, no choice, we have to do it. The 2 guards are huge chimpanzees, as tall as you are. They are walking upright, just like you are. They are wearing security guard uniforms, just like you are not. They notice this key difference and they attack. Battle required. Turn over this card to continue reading, or we lose and try again. So we have to fight until we win. So we have to beat a 3. We have a pocket knife that gives us a +1 that we can keep. So we have +1 on anything, and we have to beat a 3. We have to beat a 3. We have to beat a 3. My initiative says we have to beat a 3 with a +1. All right, here we go. We got a 2. We get +1. We get a 3. All right. We win. Turn over this card and continue reading when we win. My new addiction are eat passion fruit with sugar. Ooh, that sounds tasty. I do like passion fruit. All right. We defeated the guards. Somehow. Don't know how, but we did. Once you defeat the chimpanzee guards, you find that the gate will only open with an electronic key card. All right. If we have clues 28 or 77, you can open the gate. Let's see. We have 58 88, 87, 21, 50, 38, and 39. We do not have either of those clues. So we have to go to story card 88. Without a key card, you're trapped. You can't get past the gate. You can't leave the detention center through the locked front door. Just as you're about to give up, you spot a hole in the ceiling tiles, mostly obscured by shadows in the corner of the room. No choice here. We have to go through the hole in the ceiling by drawing clue 70. We call it maracuja? Maracuja? Like that? Did I get it right? 70. The hole opens up into a vertical shaft with haphazardly placed handholds like climbing a wall. You found a secret passage. Required challenge. Accept, ascend the shaft. We have to beat a 3. Or we have to try and keep going until we win. So, here we go. We have to beat a 3. We're good. We're good. So far, all of our 3s have been kicking. Ah! Got stuck in my finger. We lost. We got a 1. 1 is an automatic loss. We move back 2 on the psychic scale. And we gain 1 here. We try again. Oh, raise the danger meter by 2. So now we have to beat a 4. All right, here we go. It sucks that we're not in level 3 psychic anymore, and that kind of does worry me because all of our challenges have had like, if you're psychic level 3, do this. I'm like, oh, now we need to get back there. All right, and beat a 4. We got a 1. We have to range it by 2. Yes, just the last syllable is more open. Oh, okay. Gotcha. It's fine. I was trying to remember, like, why did I move back on the psychic meter? I was like, wait, why did I do it? Because and I was like, did I do it for a past challenge? And I don't remember. I'll just trust that I did it right. So we got to do it again. We got to beat a 4. A 2. All right, so raise it by 2 and try again. I'm nervous. A 2. We have to beat a 6. A 2. Okay. Unacceptable. Alright, so we have to here. We go back to the 3. We have to go back by 2. Okay, this is fine. We have to beat a 3 again. Alright, we got a 5. Finally, we can raise the danger meter, or we can lower the danger meter by 1 and draw a clue 81. That was very stressful. That was very stressful. 81. Okay, so this is now done. You've climbed 20 feet when the handholds suddenly recede into the wall and disappear. This isn't just any secret passage, it's a booby-trapped one. Think fast. Required challenge, avoid falling. All right. We have to beat a 3 again. No assist. right, we got a 3. I was like, I don't think I can take any more psychic losses. Where is it? Oh, here. Lower the danger meter by 1 and draw clue 78. All right. Oh my god. You found a ledge, but you're getting onto it's going to take some serious agility. Required challenge, get on the ledge quick. Let's do this again. I am stressing out. Oh my gosh, I don't want to pick up this die anymore. Okay, here we go. We just have to beat a 3. We just have to beat a 3. It'll be fine. We just have to beat a 3. Alright. Alright, we got a 5. So, good. We are already at the bottom of the challenge meter, so we don't have to lower it anymore. And we can get clue 73. And this is done. We got the challenge. We're good. Did we do this much the last time we played, Pedro? I don't remember. My goodness. Alright. Oh my god. There's a passageway carved into the stone wall here, but someone has piled up a bunch of rocks to block the entrance. This is the worst escape ever. Required challenge, move all the rocks. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. One more. One more. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm so stressed. I'm so stressed. I don't know what to do with myself. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Ah. Let's do it again. Six. Okay. Good, we did it. Okay. I'm not stressed, but I am very stressed. Okay, so we are going to get clue 79. Please let this be the last one. Please let this be the last one. I am stressed the heck out. Oh my god! Are you kidding me? Halfway down the passage. You're back-ish? Okay, well you caught me at like the most stress. Okay, hey, we're here. So so just to kind of catch you up in case you missed it, we have been doing challenge after challenge after challenge after challenge just to escape this one room. That's it. All because we didn't have a key card already. Halfway down the passage, you find a chimpanzee at the desk. He's smoking cigarettes and watching TV. He looks angry. Now we fight. Required. We have to fight the angry chimpanzee. Fortuitously for us, we have the pocket knife because it's fisticuffs. Fisticuffs. So we get +1 on our rolls. But we do have to roll. We do have to roll. We do have to roll. And I'm getting a little tired of rolling because rolling scares me to death. All right, here we go. We have to go until we win. Okay. Oh. Bugger all. Okay. Hold on, dropped it. Okay. Okay. I'm okay. Let's gamble? I'm not. I don't want to. I'm not really trying. The game is forcing me to. The game is forcing me to do this. I feel at the mercy of the game, and I'm not happy about it. 1! Okay, we have to raise the danger meter by 2 and try again. Okay. Four. Okay. Okay. All right. Get clue 75. All right, we're good. We fought. This got to be the last one. This has got to be the last one, right? That's got to be it. That's got to be it. Okay. Here we go. Ah! You run past the chimp right into a 10-foot guinea pig. It's adorable, and it can kill you. Attack it, sneak past it, heave a table at it, climb over it, or find another solution. Either one, any of these will work. Basically, okay, so in this case, you have all 5 options. If you have any of these to be able to give yourself a boost, you can. We fortuitously still have our pocket knife. I don't want to fight the guinea pig. We'll pretend like we're using it for protection. Doesn't matter. I want the +1. I don't care. We are sneaking past with a pocket knife. That's what I'm going with. That's my choice. I don't care. It's adorable. It will kill me. We're sneaking past it, but I have a +1 on the fight. I don't care. We got a pocket knife. I want the +1. Okay, here we go. I got a 2. I need to beat a 3, but now I need to beat a 4. Raise the danger meter by 2 and try again. I need to beat a 4. 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 I got a 5. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Get clue 77. The guinea pig is fine. I knocked it out with the butt of my pocket knife. That's what we got. Okay. Discard that. All right, here we go. Oh, all that for a stupid key card. I'm so stressed out. You see access key card on the floor. You grab it and run through the doors in front of you, unsure of what's on the other side. Keep this item and go to card 69. You are now in the chamber with 3 prison cell doors. They are heavy iron things with small barred windows that make it difficult to see what might be inside. There's a ring of 3 keys hanging from a nail on the wall. If you try cell A, go to story card 77. If you try cell B, go to story card 73. If you try cell C, story card 85. We're going to actually go, I already know this one. We're going to do cell C because, remember, we hacked the computer last time, remember? We won that perception check, and we were able to get that an important prisoner is in cell C. So we're going to automatically go to 85. Story card 85. Someone sleeping on a cot in cell C with a thin blanket pulled over their face. You can wake the prisoner up so you can talk to him, attack him before he can attack you, or just tiptoe out of the cell. Would you guys like to try talking to the prisoner, attacking the prisoner, or just leaving the prisoner? I'll leave that for you guys for a second while I take a sip of chocolate. Actually, no, I'm going to make this executive decision. I take it back. I'm going to talk to the prisoner. I've done so much. We are just going to talk to the prisoner. Executive poll. Can't do that. Can't do an executive pull in a co-op, honestly. There is that. So I am pulling an executive pull because I'm running the show. So we're going to try talking to the prisoner because I did a lot of that. And I just want someone to just be like, okay, hi, how are you? It's good to see you. Well done for all your hard work. You gently shake the prisoner on the shoulder. He flings the blanket from his face. It's an exhausted-looking man who's looking obviously relieved that someone has finally come to rescue him. Thank you. I am Professor Marsden, he says. Marsden? You ask. Are you related to Henry Marsden? Yes, this was the estate of my ancestor, General Marsden. But at the moment, we have more urgent things to discuss. Okay, story card 90 is the next thing. So we're looking for story card 90. Oh, we did it. We did it. Chapter 3, goal achieved. Professor Marsden looks worried. You have to help me stop my former research assistant, he says. She's twisted our scientific research for evil. So she's responsible for all these chimps? You ask. Yes, he says, but there's something bigger afoot. I'm talking about the alien science. Marsden says he can provide all the answers you're looking for, but you should first make sure you're prepared to leave this section of the house behind. He can give you explicit directions to important locations if you think you might have missed something. So, at this point, we have reached the end of the chapter. Chat, would you like to raise the danger meter by 3 and go to any of these places? The generator, the printing press, the air duct, or the biochemistry lab? I need to take a sip of chocolate. I know I made the executive decision. I was like, I forgot to dig this sip of chocolate. Chocolate is glorious. I'm going to vote, and by vote, I mean my vote has weight, that we move forward because we have 2 more chapters to go through. We have 2 more chapters to go through, and we are an hour 10 in. So, with all these rolls, I wish I still had my subscription to GM for all the dice emojis. Oh. Next time I do a thing that has dice rolls, I'll try to put dice emojis for it, because I didn't think of that. That would be kind of cool to be able to use it. That would be cool. I'll see if I can find some. Or if anything, I'll get an artist to make some for me or something. That would be cool. That's a good idea. We're moving forward. Alright, we're good. Otherwise, you may advance to chapter 4. Keep all our inventory items. So we got key card, at home ghost trap. Thus ends chapter 3. Why is this on this side? I should do like this. That would make more sense. And with that, we're going to go into chapter 4. All right, we're coming down to the wire here, everyone. Chapter 4. The Hideout. After encountering dangers outside the house, facing multiple ghosts inside the house, discovering an underground laboratory, and stumbling upon an angry chimpanzees, you're ready to get some answers about this place and the nightmares that brought you here. The mysterious phone call I got this morning, you say. It wasn't you, was it? Phone call? What phone call? Wait. It couldn't have found a way to access the phone lines, could it? Professor Marsden's eyes go wide. Then he sees the look on your face and shakes his head. Well, that's not important right now, he says. Something in his tone leads you to suspect that it is important, but you don't want to push it. If you've managed to get this far, you must be quite an aspiring detective. And psychic investigator, you add. You go on to tell him about the recurring nightmares that drove you to delve into this whole bizarre mystery. Nightmares? He asks. Fascinating. If your dreams mean what I think they do, then I'm glad you're here. I could explain more later, but now getting to the neuron inhibitor mainframe is the crucial thing. It's the only way to retake the lab from my dastardly former lab assistant, Carol. Oh, sorry. Carol. He says the name in a hoarse whisper, as if reading aloud could summon some ancient evil. Together, we discovered a source of technology far beyond anything this world has ever seen. But she betrayed me. She used our work to take control of the chimpanzees and start counterfeiting ring with a local crime syndicate. We made scientific discoveries worthy of Einstein, of Galileo, and then she used it all to... He trails off. I'm sorry. I've been locked in here for so long that I've forgotten my manners. Now that you've freed me, I can open a secret passage for you to lead to the neuron inhibitor mainframe. It will take you to the area where our most experimental work was being conducted. Be careful. It can get dangerous in there. It's just me who's going? You ask with fear in your voice. Yes, he says. I'll need to monitor your progress from the operations room where I have access to the security system. Here, use this earpiece so we can communicate. Draw clue 91 to discover your goal. So, 91. Our new goal is disable the neuron inhibitor mainframe. The clear glass door leads to the temporal manipulation lab. The professor continues. The frosted glass door goes to the psychic development room. The professor takes off for the operations room as the secret passage opens up from the empty jail cell next door. The two glass doors are now before you. Too bad the professor didn't explain which was the best way to the neuron inhibitor mainframe. So, I actually think I want to go try the psychic development room because we're level 2 and I think we need to be at level 4. Just a thought. So, we're going to do that. So, 115. This room features several rows of blue metal chairs. Dome-shaped helmets attached to odd-looking devices hang above the chairs. There's also a large glass tube, big enough for you to step into, with a door on the side. A green button is accessible from inside the tube. You slowly realize you've seen these machines before. In photos in the reference book Ghosts and Ghouls, which you have on your bookshelf at home. The photos were in a chapter about how rogue parapsychologists were attempting to give ordinary people psychic abilities. If you remember correctly, the blue chairs are attached to machines intended to give the subject psychokinesis, the ability to start fires with mind control. Boop boop, like this one. Oh, that's still a toilet. The large glass tube is an energizing chamber that gives people telekinesis, the ability to move objects with one's mind. Both seem ready to go. A metal stairwell on the far side of the room leads to some sort of observation booth, which overlooks the room you're in, and possibly others. So we can get pyrokinesis, telekinesis, or skip all of this and just go to the observation booth upstairs. Whew. I need to grab my... Ooh. Hold on, I just need to grab something from on the floor. Because... There we go. My footstool, I have a footstool underneath my desk and it's like so far back. Okay, there we go. That's more comfortable. Now I can feel like I can actually like have my feet up and stuff. Okay. Pyrokinesis it is. So we're going to go to story card 117. Drake, I might go switch to shorts. I'm so warm. $117. As soon as you sit down on the cold metal seat, a dome helmet pops into your head and begin rewiring the neural pathways to activate mysterious, previously untapped portions of your brain. It's fun, and more importantly, it gives you the ability to create fire with a simple thought. Creating fire is easy, but actually controlling it is a different story. In fact, you realize you've lit your shirt ablaze. All your panicked attempts to diminish the flames with your mind only create more of them. You burn yourself up in mere seconds. The end. Move back 2 spaces on the psychic scale and return to story card 115. Thanks, Drake. Thanks, Drake. Thanks, Drake. There it is. Brain fire. No, not Chandra. Chandra would still be alive. We are clearly dead. It says the end. I literally said to myself, like, we're going to go to the psychic development room so we can move forward, and we are clearly moving backward. Return to 115. So, should we try telekinesis instead? Do you want to switch it up to telekinesis instead? Of course he does. I was literally like, I know he's going to say yes. I don't even know why I'm asking. Here you go. Telekinesis 106. You enter the energizing chamber and shut the door. You press the green button on the interior wall, and the room goes dark while a large glass tube emits a blinding white light, forcing you to cover your eyes with your hands. You can feel the machine rewiring your neural pathways to activate mysterious, previously untapped portions of the brain. The pain is horrible. Parts of you think that you can just endure the pain a little longer. Unlimited mental powers might be unlocked. Another part of you is concerned that your head might literally explode. Premonition. If you're level 4 or higher on the psychic scale, Glaw Clue 93. We cannot. We are level 2 again. Do you want to endure the pain or get out? That's not even a question. Drake's going to say yes. So we were hot stuff? Hot stuff, give it tonight. Give it all the hot stuff, give it tonight. Yes, we were. So hot it killed us. I'll let someone else decide. I'm not. You already know. We already know what you want. We want to stay in there because you want to see what telekinesis does. I'm going to pick it for you. I already know because that's where you're going. I already know. 98. Oh, wait, that's not it. What did I say it was? Draw clue 98. Clue 98. He's like, so I'm going to let somebody else. I'm like, you know, everyone's going to say, yeah, we're going to do that. Telekinesis. You now have the power to move things with your mind. You think about this as you run for the observation booth. Once per challenge, you can raise the danger meter by 2 to re-roll a dice roll. So we can raise it so we can get a higher, so we can try again. Keep this item, move forward 1 space in the psychic scale. Go to card 99. All right, so it was worth it. Exactly, endure. And we already knew, like, endure was going to be the answer. Oh, no. I'm lagging out. Oh, no. Okay, we'll try to slow down a little bit so that you don't lag too much. I just happened to know that Drake was going to want to continue it, despite what he said. I was just like, I'm going to endure. I was like, he wants to keep going. All right, so we're going to go to story card 99. I take a little longer on Vampire. I usually take a little longer. I'm sorry. I'll try to adjust accordingly. The observation booth has thick windows that look down into a circular chamber where you see a human-sized chimp in a hospital gown sitting at a table. The poor animal's head is shaved and hugely swollen. Electrodes are attached to pulsing veins. The chimp is gazing intently at a small wooden boat which is floating in midair above the table. The chimpanzee sees you, and the moment his eyes meet yours, you start to black out. You break eye contact just before losing consciousness and decide that you'd better exit this room quickly. Next to a fire extinguisher on the wall is a map, which gives you a quick overview of this area. You orient yourself to see the observation booth is next to the cryogenics lab and the supercomputer room. There's the boat that the chimp is moving with its mind. So, do we want to go to cryogenics lab or the supercomputer room? A pleasant pace behind you? Nice. Do you want to go to the cryogenics lab or the supercomputer room? While I ghetto fix my camera because I did not feel like dealing with it that much today because it was doing lots of weird stuff. There we go. I feel better. All right. So cryogen. I wonder if any of these help. So this was the premonition we got for the pyro brain, which looked cool, and then it turned out not to be. Oh wait, we died. Hold on. Sorry, we're on death counter 7. Death counter 7. Y'all forgot to tell me to do that. All right. Let's do a roll of fate. Where's my fate roll? Because I can't decide. Both of them sound like a good idea, right? But we're trying to get to the neuron inhibitor, right? So I figure a supercomputer probably a good idea. Let me double check. You orient yourself to see the object-based boost next to cryogenic supercomputer. Supercomputer seems like someplace that you would go for, right? Neuro? Supercomputer? Neuro? Right? All right. Fate decision. 1. Odd, even. So odd is the top. So we're going to go to cryogenics instead. Thank you, Fate. Appreciate it. You're very helpful. This room is a cryogenic storage chamber built into the walls. All kinds of lab subjects are frozen inside. Mice, rats, dogs, cats, rabbits, hamsters, guinea pig, fish, birds. There are also 3 large glass pods in the center of the room, each one big enough for a person to get inside. One of them might be occupied. The glass is frosted, so you can't be sure. As you inspect that pod, you accidentally hit a button, and the pod unlocks with a rush of cold air. However, its door remains frozen shut. You can attempt to pry it open if you want to. So we have an optional challenge of opening the pod and getting clues 90, or not. We have to, as we said before, we're doing challenges. I'd say I don't think I have a boost challenge. We do have telekinesis. I can raise my danger meter to re-roll if I want to. So let's go for it. We have to beat a 4, so we're going to use our blue-pink die. I got a 4. Sweet. We win. Thank God. Okay. So we get to draw clue 90. You pry open the pod and find that no animal, only a crystal pendant. It's glowing and it's warm to the touch. Your psychic senses tell you this is an important item. Move forward 1 psychic skill face and finish the story on 93. Sweet. And keep this item. When you're ready to leave, there's an open debris-filled hallway at one end of the room, and the other end is a stairway leading up to an unseen location. Okay. So we can step over the debris and go into the hall, or we can go up the stairs. So what say you? Stairs or hallway? And then after the sip or 2 or 3, I will do a fate roll if we wait. I feel gypped by that pyrokinesis. I was like, oh, I can set things on fire with my mind. Because that's what I would choose normally. 100% I would choose that. Let's do a fate roll. the top choice is two choices, right? Top choice is odd, bottom choice is even. I have a 4, so we will do the bottom choice. Go up the stairs to an unknown, unseen location. 108. You go up a long flight of stairs that lead to an observatory where you find Professor Marsden staring at the stars. How did you get here first? It's all my fault, he murmurs, lost in thought. We reached out to the stars and they reached back. When the creature made contact, we got greedy and captured him for further study. I fear your nightmares means he's sending out telepathic messages in hopes of being rescued. If you want them to end, you must set the creature free. This is why, the professor continues, we need to take back the compound from Carol, disable the neuron inhibitor mainframe controlling the chimpanzees, and free the alien ambassador. Carol watches over the mainframe constantly, he continues, so you'll be heading into great danger. Make sure you're fully prepared before you move on. Oh, we got to the end of the story. There's a hallway. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. I thought we got to the end of the story. I was like, I don't think I reached it, did I? We did not. We got to a point in the story where we can go back. There's a hallway to the mess hall, and the back door leads outside the house. So, we can raise our danger meter by 3 and go to any of these places. The temporal manipulation lab, the psychic development room, which we've already done, the armory, or the observation booth, which we already went to. So we've already done psychic development and observation booth. We can go to temporal manipulation lab or the armory. Either one of those is fine. Or we can continue on from where we are and go instead to continue the story. That's an option too. So we have 4 options. Temporal manipulation, armory, mess hall, or leave the house through the back door. Oof, give me 1 second. I need to send the message. I don't know. I kind of want to go back. We didn't spend a lot of time in this spot, but I do feel like maybe the temporal manipulation lab might not be a bad choice. At the same time, I'm kind of like, I don't want to raise the danger meter anymore. There's also that, because at this point I'm here at 4. I'd have to range it by 3. I'll be at 5. Right? So we'd have to beat everything by 5 in the hopes of getting maybe an extra clue to something. Yeah. All right, let's go back. I'm gonna go back. I want to see a little bit more of this story. Char 96. All right, a massive machine with a glowing control panel is before you. The moment you step inside the room, the door slams shut behind you. And the machine begins to hum. Professor Marsden said this area. Oh, I gotta move it forward 3. 1, 2, 3. Professor Marsden said this area was dangerous, but you feel like he should have warned you about the self-closing doors around here. The glow of the control panel is getting brighter, and the hum is almost deafening now. You look for an off button, only to find a big dial with the settings past, present, and future. Past, present, and future. This is a time machine. If you don't pick a setting and fast, something seriously bad might happen. So if you set the machine for the past, the present, or the future, I think going past. I was like, where's present? Present just means staying in place, right? Like not going any. Oh, Drake's like future. Well, welcome back for that one. All right, go to future story 112. I'm about to see our death counter meter go up. Your surroundings fade out, and you feel an odd sensation of unstable time warping energy bombarding every cell of your body. Soon the laboratory walls fade back into view, or parts of them, at least. The entire underground complex is now more or less a big pit, and you can see a dark, smoke-filled sky through the remains of a charred ceiling above you. The massive vehicle floats above the distant horizon, scanning the barren landscape with searchlights. The time machine is still here, at least. It looks ancient and broken, but it's still glowing, so it might be functional enough for one more time jump. There's a whole bunch of junk piled around it, which you can rummage through if you like. All right. We have an optional clue or optional challenge. If you're level 3 or higher, great. If not, sucks to be you. We have to get higher than a 5 in order to get clue 96. So here we go. We're in the do optional clues, barring like any intervention, generally speaking. We got a 6. Oh my gosh, we got a 6. Okay, so we got clue 96. I was actually worried that we were not going to make it. All right, so we get clue 96. A valence conduction capacitor. You find a page of notes detailing a small whirring sphere called a valence conduction capacitor. If you have clue 21, keep this item and move forward 2 spaces. We do. Look. We have clue 21, so we can move forward on the psychic scale 2 spaces. Finish story at 112. Making sure that the dog was okay. Do I keep this card? I guess I'll put it here. I don't think I need it because I have 21, so I should be good. Okay. All right, so we got it, and now we continue on. Thank you very much. All right, so last things we have, we can walk. Okay, we can walk toward the horizon to see what the future is all about, or we want no part of this future and use a time machine to go home instead. Should we see what the future holds, or be like, no, ignorance is better, and I'd rather find it in my actual timeline because I don't believe in paradoxes or something like that. Tough choice. I might need this fate. You're here for this? Really? Explored it is. Card 110. I can already feel the death counter rising. Oh, wait. Was it 110? Hold on. Go to story card 110. No, that's it. Okay. Fortunately, the stairs in this place are still sturdy, even after all these centuries. Soon, you're back on the surface, striding toward the horizon. Things are in pretty rough shape out here. The woods that once surrounded the Marsden residence have long since burned to the ground, and nothing new has grown to replace them. In the distance, you see only hints of anything made by people. Just as you're getting ready to call it quits and head back to the time machine, a flying alien craft spots you, and you're engulfed in red light emitted from an open hatch. You think, is this a tractor beam to levitate me to the ship so they can learn more about humans and our wonderful civilization? Nope. Disintegration ray. You are vaporized before you can even be disappointed. There you go, Drake. Move back 2 spaces down on the psychic scale and return to story card 112. We had just gained those. We just gained those. We just gained those. Death counter 8. We'll see in the future cause a time loop? No, we dead. We died. We died. That's what happened. Drake got us killed because we had to see what the future was. He said worth it. I'm so over you. Alright, back to 112. We go to story card 92. We want no part of this future. 92. Mario death us. Love it. Did it play? I don't actually have my sound alerts. I don't have my headphones on because I realized I don't. It was tough. Oh, here, let me do this. I forgot that I have sound alerts that you guys use. Hold on. Hold on. Let me put my earphones back on. It did? Okay, I'll put my earphones back on. Sorry. I took them out because I was like, I don't feel like putting them on. But then I was like, oh, I should probably put them on because I need to hear my sound alerts. Okay. You're surprised to hear... It's jumpy. You're surprised to hear the professor's voice in your earpiece. I've accessed the time machine remotely, he says. Hold on tight, I'm bringing you home. Wait. Hold on to what? Your surroundings fade out again, and before you know it, you're back in the temporal manipulation lab. The machine appears to be on its last legs. A disturbing amount of black smoke is wafting from the time machine, and you decide to get moving before the whole thing bursts into flames. Fortunately, 2 panels are now open, leading to new hallways. Okay, Professor, which way from here? To the left is the experimental supercomputer, but the armory is to the right, he says. But it's not safe to... Whatever technology is transmitting his voice shorts out. The experimental supercomputer is on a green desk with a curious, oversized orange frog paperweight. It looks like it's made of metal and must be quite heavy. The eyes of the orange frog are yellow, and you feel yourself being drawn to him. You can head for the armory or check out the supercomputer next to the orange frog paperweight. Do we get to keep our capacitor? Oh, so it's not, we didn't actually find a capacitor. We found pages of notes detailing one, but we actually already found it. He's right. Yeah, we already found it in the first chapter or the second chapter. So it was just telling us that there was a clue like this, but if we had it, great. If we didn't, then it was useless to us. K-Dog, welcome in. Rolls dice, natural 20. Nice. Exactly. That's exactly how it feels like we've been doing. As you notice, our death counter went up from 5 to 8. So we're doing great. Good. We're doing good. We're doing good. Let's see. So we can head for the armory or we can check out the supercomputer. What would you guys like? I'm kind of torn. I kind of want to check out the supercomputer because we're already here. And then at the same time, I can't remember if we already did that. We've done so much so far. I can't remember if we did the supercomputer. If you get a nat 20 on a d6, I'll be impressed. I would too. Mm-hmm. Oh, Vampire says armory. Cool. All right, let's go to 94. You enter the armory. The door closes behind you, and then you hear it lock automatically. The room is nearly empty, and you realize with a shudder that whatever weapons are usually kept here are probably in the hands of people, or chimps, rolling the halls outside. The only thing left is a massive artillery gun mounted on a swivel in the center of the room. There are also a bunch of lockers lining one door if you'd like to search through them. All right. Optional, we can do an optional clue, which is to just try to search the lockers. So let's do that. Let me roll my nat 20 on a d6. We are not psychic level 3 because Drake lost us 2. But we have to beat a 5. We're doing okay. We can do that. We got a 6. We're doing good. We got a 6. So we get clue 92. And we lived to see another day. Hypersonic isotropic resonator. You find a tech catalog with the details of an object called hypersonic isotropic resonator. If we have it, great. If not, let's see, 87. Oh my God, we have it. Hyper isotropic resonator. It's the crystalline cap that we got. If you have clue 87, keep this item and move forward 2 spaces on the psychic. Sweet. All right, we'll keep that, and we have it. Oh my gosh, we're doing pretty good. Natural 6, nice. All right, so we got clue 92, which verified that we have a crystalline cap and gave us more psychic. Excellent. There's a door here, and you can see through its window that it leads to a stairwell. Unfortunately, this door is locked. The artillery gun you found has a shell in it. So you could probably blast your way through, as a matter of fact. Why limit yourself? With that thing, you could get through the wall opposite the door. Instant shortcut. Okay, dog. We can blow a hole through the door to the stairway, or we can blow a hole through the wall. Like Memoir 44. Yes, but pick one. We have to blow our way out somehow. So do we want to blow through the door to the stairway, or do we want to blow a hole just in the wall? Entire wall. Blown to smithereens. Nat 6 doesn't sound as impressive. Well, I don't know. It sounds impressive when all you've been drawing is 1s and 2s for like 2 hours. So there is that. All right. Welcome back. I think I'd like to do a hole through the stairwell because I don't want to attract any more attention. I'm taking executive orders. Executive decision. I'm doing it. We're going to go through 10 card 108. All right. And with that... Oh, we actually made it. Oh, sweet. We made it back here. Okay, so we have now gone through the temporal. We've done the temporal. We've done psychic development. We did the armory. We did the observation booth. So, do we want to go to the mess hall? So we made it back to the chapter where we left off. Chapter 4, which puts us back to where we need to move forward. So we can't go back. So this is now it. So we're going to move forward to the mess hall or leave the house through the back door. Whew. Do we get food if we go in the mess hall? That sounds tasty. Food sounds good. Yeah, let's do the mess hall. The idea of going back outside kind of scares me because that was that maze and I don't know. All right, 119. The mess hall is filled with long metal tables and ugly plastic chairs. Judging by the sheer volume of rotting banana peels piled into overflowing trash cans, you'd guess that it's mostly used by chimpanzees. Chimpanzees who don't compost. The room has high ceilings, and you can see an area on the next level with a railed balcony that overlooks the room. There might be something interesting up there, but you'll have to climb to find out. There's also a door that leads to the pantry, in which you see a cupboard. Food does make everything better. All right, optional challenge. So we have to either, in this case, it says here, if you do not take the challenge, continue below. Do you, okay, so I think it's saying that you have to like pick, right? So either, here's our choices here. If we choose a challenge, then we're going to do whatever the card on whatever story. We have to go to a new card. If we choose not to fight, then we're going to continue here. So, sorry, to climb, we have to go here. So would you guys like to climb to the second level, which will lower our danger meter and give us a new card, or go check out the pantry? Those are our two options. Or leave to fate. We can leave to fate if no choice gets made. Ooh. Oh my back. Continues to eat her mac and cheese. Let's do a fate roll. First option is odd, second option is even. All right. So we rolled a 1. So it's odd. So we're going to do the optional challenge. Let's see. We have to beat a 5. Oh, okay. Vampire says climb. Perfect. All right, here we go. Oh, wait. Goober. Wrong die. All right, we got a 3. Raise the danger meter and by 1 and try again. All right, we got a 6. Okay. Whew. All right, so now we go to card 111. From here, you can see into a meeting room, which is packed to the gills with super chimps. A woman in a lab coat, it must be the diabolical Carol, is operating a large console that must be part of the neuron inhibitor mainframe. It looks pretty solid, but if you're lucky, you might be able to reach it and damage it enough to free the chimps from Carol's control before anyone stops you. There's also a metal staircase leading down to an aircraft hangar. You see a truck parked in it, but you can't be sure if anyone's guarding it. Kato says, I'm dehydrated, but I'm exhausted from work. Walked 12 plus miles today. I'm prone to getting Charlie horses, but am cozy. What to do? I don't know, relax with us. Here's a picture of Carol at the supercomputer or whatever it looks like. So we have the option to rush into the meeting room where Carol is standing in front of this machine with dozens of super chimps under her control, or sneak into the aircraft carrier. I think, Pedro, you have like a standing sneak. I think Pedro had a standing sneak, so we're going to do a sneaking instead. We're going to sneak into the aircraft carrier. I also think that going headlong by ourselves, unarmed, without anything we can do to a room full of angry chimpanzees is a bad idea. You sneak into the hangar and discover, to your great relief, that it's unoccupied. There are parts here from what might be some kind of alien aircraft, and tools scattered around them on the floor. From here, you can see a large egg-shaped object on the lawn outside the hangar. Optional challenge: if you're level 4 or higher, great. If not, boo. Alright, we can scan the tools for something useful. Alright. So, we can roll a 5 again. We're not super chimps. Wasn't that a movie at some point? I feel like it was a movie at some point. Right? Alright. We rolled a 6. Oh, wait, what? Did I roll a 6? Did I show you guys? I don't know what I showed you. Let me do it again. I don't even know what I did. I literally looked at Super Shim and got distracted. Okay, so here we go. I'm so sorry, guys. I got distracted and then everything kind of went to pots a little bit. All right, we rolled 2. That's what we did. All right, so 2 is range the danger meter by 1. And that's it. No second chances. Okay, so, or... No, because I'm so high. We have the telekinesis, so we could raise the danger meter by 2 and re-roll for a die, right? But we'd lose all our progress here, and I kind of don't think it's worth it. So, an unmarked delivery truck is parked here. No, we don't got pyro too. We don't have pyro anything. You got us killed with pyro. If only the keys were inside. If you have clue 3, discard it and go to card 100. If you do not have 3, take a look at the egg ship and go to story card 114. All right, we do not have clue number 3, so we're going to go to take a look at the egg ship by going to story 114. So we're going to go to 114. You sneak over to the big round object. This thing is a spaceship. It has a cold ceramic skin and is perfectly smooth. You can't find a single bolt or seam. From here, you can see a window to the main house where there's a whole bunch of chimpanzees gathered around a board table with a woman in the front of the room. At the computer console. It's Carol. First things first. You climb aboard the egg craft and look at the instruments and get a psychic sensation that you already possess knowledge to operate the vehicle. There's a metal lock protecting the control panel though. If you could bust it, you might be able to get this thing moving. All right. We can try to get a 6 and get clue 101. So here we go. You gotta beat a 6. We got a 2. So raise the danger meter by 3. So we can't, so we go back 2 on our psychic level and we start back at 3. And we can try again. We're gonna break the lock. We got a 1, which is a loss. Raise it by 3. 1, 2, 3. So we gotta beat a 4. Please forgive me. I forgot. I have telekinesis. I literally keep forgetting. I have telekinesis. So I'm going to raise it by 2 instead because it's better than 3. And I'm going to re-roll this die. Just because I think 2 is better. All right, we got a 6. All right, they get clue 101. All right, clue 101. Through brute force, you manage to break the lock, but you damage the ship's controls in the process. You're tossed from the cockpit as the vehicle lurches a few inches into the air and rockets across the lawn straight toward the room of chimpanzees. Go to story card 107. There's a large sliding glass door that opens up into a meeting room, but the egg-shaped ship misses it entirely and crashes straight through the wall. A space cannon emerges from a hatch in the ship's hull and starts firing laser beams at random in the room. The chimps go bananas. It's total chaos. You couldn't have created a better distraction if you planned it. You jump out of the ship. If you move quickly and stealthily and somehow manage to avoid the rampaging chimps and the uncontrolled laser fire, maybe you can disable the neuron inhibitor mainframe before anyone stops you. Required challenge. Win this whole thing. Win it, right? We set everything on fire and now we have to go sneak past everything. So here we go. We have to beat a 4. With our stealth. All right, we got a 3. I'm going to, once per challenge, you can raise the danger meter by 2. So I'm going to do that. 1, 2. We have to beat a 5. Not great, but at least I didn't have to move it by 3. And try again. I got a 3 again. So unfortunately, I already used it, so I can go 1, 2, 3. I have to beat a 6. Otherwise, this is going to be a lot of work. Nothing beats the sound of a die being rolled. Really? Is the sound of me winning a die roll better? Because that would be great. I'd like that. How well are you guys hearing the music exactly? It's like it's a bit low. Okay, that's fine. Here, because I'm like, do y'all hear this? Here, this is what I popped in my head. Do you hear this? This is the song that popped up for Mysterious. So I'm like, okay. I'm sorry, I couldn't read that. We are hemorrhaging brain powers with these dice rolls. Oh, I know, right? It's such a pain. All right. Okay, hold on. Let me turn this down. Alright, it's a bit low, but that's fine. Okay, that's still okay, right? Okay. Well, we were able to pass this one. We got the 6, much to my chagrin, because we almost lost it. I am, like, stressing out, like, at this point. Alright, go to story card 113. I like the score, though. That means I'm going to be level 2 psychic forever, which is kind of like, I was hoping that like this time we'd get to like level 4 or 5, but it's fine. The computer doesn't have a button that's clearly labeled off. So you hit the neuron inhibitor mainframe console as hard as you can with a chair. and sparks fly from it. Every chimpanzee in the room instantly passes out and falls to the floor. The egg ship has apparently run out of laser juice too, because the cannon sputters and lowers back its hatch. Carol, however, is still a problem. My computer! She screams. My chimpanzees! My meeting room wall! Who even are you? She flies at you in rage. She definitely wants to kill you, and she seems to be giving it a lot, everything she's got. Required challenge. Look at that face. Look at those eyes. Knock out the dastardly Carol. All right, here we go. We gotta win. We gotta beat a 6 again. Unreal. I'm so stressed out. Raise the danger meter by 3 and try again, but we gotta do this. Time to use. I don't have pyro. I don't have pyro. You got your death counter 7 got his pyro. We got a 3. We got a 3. I'm going to raise the danger meter by 2, which is just putting it back at the beginning and losing 2 psychic power. To do this again. Here we go. I use my telekinesis, by the way, to do that. It's if the next time I have to raise it by 3. We have to beat a 3. We have to beat a 3. We have to beat a 3. I hope you're welcome. We have to beat a 3. Final boss. Oh, I forgot to do something. Here we go. I wanted to do that. That's what I wanted to do. You said final boss. Carol. Carol battle. I know, right? Alright, beat a 3. Beat a 3. Beat a 3. Cool, we got a 3. Thank God. Cool. Alright. Go to story 105. Stressed. I am so stressed. Oh, guys. Chapter 4 goal achieved. This music is incorrect at this point. There we go. Back to that. Is this game meets it, beats it? I don't know what that means. What is a meets it, beats it? Oh yeah. It's a roll 3, beat 3. Mm-hmm. Because like if you roll a 6 and you have to beat a 6 with 7, there's no such thing. So it's a meets it, beats it. Otherwise, rolling a 6 would be rolling a beat 6 would be impossible. Oh, we got to the end of the chapter. Okay, chapter 4 goal achieved. You've thwarted Carol's evil plot, freed a whole mansion of evils. Oh, sorry, freed a whole mansion of super intelligent. This is how it is when I've been narrating for like 2 hours or more, and then I'm like, all right, my tongue's completely gone. You've thwarted Carol's evil plot, freed a whole mansion of super intelligent chimpanzees, and broken up a counterfeiting ring. On top of that, you've helped Professor Marsden win back control of his lab. Now he'll have plenty of time to consider the implications of his blind pursuit and knowledge and devote the rest of his career to making things right again. All that's left now to do is bask in your supreme triumph. You sit in Carol's chair, lean back, and put your feet up on what remains of the meeting table, confident that your job here is done. Or is it? Go to story card 120. An alarm sounds, and about 50 lights on the neuron inhibitor mainframe console start blinking. Yeah, dun dun dun! Professor Marsden comes running into the room. Freed a whole mansion of paper. Freed a whole. Freed a mole Hansian of Pauper Pinchelitant Timps. Take that. What? I got this. I got this. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm all over it. Don't you ain't gotta trip me up. I'm already ready to do it for myself. Super intelligent chimps was already bad enough. She just started the sequel to Planet of the Apes. I know, right? All right, but I'm gonna do it. Okay, Mad Man's got a tongue twister challenge for me. Like, I can't do that. It's like, freed a Mole Hansen of Pauper Pincheliant Timps. Mic drop. Stop. Take that. I see you've decided to try to kick me with my kryptonite. Well, sir. Twist rotation. Twist rotation. Well, that sentence says, super smart simians. Boom! Hope you're ready for that. If you talk about tongue twisters, my worst ones are two-word ones like toy boat and bug blug. Yep, just like I showcased right there. Yep, exactly. They're gonna keep reading now before Mad Mag gets any better idea. Oh shoot, I messed up my camera. Before Mad Mag gets any more ideas. There we go. An alarm sounds, and about 50 lights on the neuron inhibitor mainframe console start blinking. Professor Marsden comes running into the room. Oh no, he mutters under his breath. That thing's probably just malfunctioning, you say. I really did a number on it. You both jolt back as a strange, booming voice comes from a speaker on the neuron inhibitor mainframe console. The full force of the Chrysliac Armada is upon you, it says. We demand the release of our ambassador. Although we hate violence, we will reduce your entire planet to galactic rubble if you do not obey us. The significance of this moment hits you. You've just heard words from an actual alien life form. The professor is as pale as a ghost. Let's just release the alien. That's what we were planning on doing anyway, right? About that, he says, it may not be quite so simple. Keep all inventory items and advance to chapter 5. And here we go. Final chapter. The invasion. You've crossed the deadly estate surrounding the Marsden house and come face to face with spirits from beyond the grave and found yourself at the mercy of strange scientific experiments. You fought oversized, super intelligent chimpanzees, freed them from mind control, and discovered a counterfeiting ring along the way. Now a fleet of UFOs is barreling toward Earth. Unless you can free the imprisoned alien ambassador before they arrive, the entire planet is doomed. The alien is locked away in the old prison beneath the mansion, the Professor Marsden says. It's a dangerous labyrinth, not easily navigated. What are you talking about? There are 3 cells in that place. We were there 45 minutes ago. That's the new prison, the professor says, where antisocial chimpanzees are held till they can be rehabilitated. The entire compound is built over the ruins of an old prison, which burned down more than a century ago. My great-great-great-grandfather was the warden. You remember the strange out-of-body visions in the elevator and the deep sense of foreboding that came with them. This certainly escalated. It sure did. We should have never put him down there, the professor says. The prison is always horrible, cursed place. But now the creature has found a way to make contact with the world outside his cell. Wait a second, you say. The alien ambassador isn't just responsible for my nightmares, is he? The alien was one who called me this morning! But how did he even find me? The phone book is full of private investigators with far more experience than I have. You suddenly remember that your Yellow Pages ad doesn't list you as an aspiring detective. It lists you as a psychic investigator. I'll find the alien, you say. You reassure yourself as much as the professor. I was born to do this. Before he can respond, the professor notices something on the mainframe console and gasps. The alien armada will enter Earth's atmosphere in just 20 minutes. You must find the alien ambassador and free him quickly, or all is lost. Yep. Now I get clue 108. For our goal, our final goal of the game. Release the alien ambassador and attempt to save planet Earth. Okay, you say. You've been down there before, right? Do you have a map? No, Carol handled all of that. All I know is that there are 2 ways to get into the structure. Through the original prison entrance around the back of the house. And through a long, dark hallway that I've always been too afraid to investigate. Don't forget, keep your earpiece on so we can communicate. So, do we go for the prison entrance in the back of the house, or think that the long, dark hallway is a better bet, the one that scared the professor so? What say you guys? Or shall we leave it to fate again? Show the professor we're not scared. Oh, you both said hallway. Okay. Okay, well, Drake saying hallway makes it even worse. All right, here we go. Story card 133. Yeah, exactly. What could possibly go wrong? This song apparently is called Chandra. Where Mr. Arnold wants to reset the power. Hang on to your butts. After 50 yards, the hallway connects to an older passageway with walls of crumbling brick. You wonder why Professor Marsden built an entirely new underground laboratory when he could have simply renovated the old prison structure. Soon, the answer presents itself. It's because the entire place is utterly infested with ghosts. Shadow, welcome in. Hi. How are you? Long time no see. We are doing Solo Tabletop games. We are on Chapter 5 of House of Danger, a choose-your-own adventure based on the R.A. Montgomery book series that came out in the early 90s. Yeah, so that's what we're up to today. Storytelling, narrating, and going through a choose-your-own adventure. So spooky, right? You had a bit of health complications? I see. Are they going forward, or are just kind of like taking them one day at a time? Because one day at a time is certainly a way to go about those. Yeah. We're glad you're here. Glad you're gonna take a load off, relax a little bit, leave those for a little bit, and come enjoy the show. I'm sure we can take your mind off of it because we've got an alien invasion to try to get through. All right, we're at old prison infested with ghosts. I fell and fractured my jaw, had internal bleeding in my intestines, had to get a blood transfusion, and that's the half of it. Oh goodness, that would be quite a few complications. So you definitely need the rest. The rest is definitely at least the start of where that needs to be going. Yeah, take a load off here. We're glad that you're able to at least come by and make it. We do appreciate you making it here and gracing us with your presence. It's especially when you have a lot going on. So we appreciate you very much, and we really hope for the very best that you were able to make through anything that comes your way and everything that comes your way, especially as you continue to recover from everything you've got. And you're still doing. That's what I was wondering. I was like, you're still doing. I think you were telling us you were doing chemo at the time when you last had to go in. Okay, so you're still doing chemo. Okay, okay. Still fighting. It sounds like still trying to move forward. That's good. That's good. We're glad that you're still able to still make those decisions forward. We appreciate you for letting us know, because I know that was tough for you at the time, and we hadn't heard from you a little bit, and we knew that you were trying to go through all of that. So, yeah, man, we're really glad that that you reinformed us as to what's going on, and we are glad that you are here. I tell people, life just loves you so. Yeah, one of those luck draws there. Yeah. All right. Shadow Knight, like I said, we wish you the very best in your fight to continue moving forward. We hope that the fight does continue, and that the progress that you have made continues to progress forward. In the meantime, here, kick off what you can and just enjoy the rest of the show of Chapter 5, because the Earth's about to be doomed, because honestly, life kind of does suck that way. So let's go see if we can save it if we want to. Right? So we're in the old dungeon, trying to get to the alien ambassador that these two scientists have kidnapped and held prisoner, because that's great. A spectral figure in a black and white uniform floats toward you. He probably died when the prison burned down, because he's on fire, as you can see in the picture. He's on fire as much as we were on fire when Drake made us good pyro. Does ghost fire burn living people the way normal fire does? The spirit attacks. So you're about to find out. So required challenge, fight the flaming ghost. If you have clue 58, we win. So let's see if we have clue 58. That'd be really great. Guess what, guys? We have clue 58. We actually lucked out in this game, because I think the last time I didn't. So if you have clue 58, you win automatically. Move forward 2 spaces on the psychic scale. Shoo! From here, you can leave the room through the rotting door or a hole in the brick wall that leads to a tunnel. What would you like to go through, guys? Leave it to fate and with our fate dice, or our fate die, or go through the door or a hole in the wall. Can you ask the ghosts where the alien is, or are they stuck in their times? They're stuck in their times because it tried to kill us, vampire. It tried to kill us, but I used my who you gonna call ghost cassette thing to destroy it before it could destroy me. I automatically win. Things are finally going in my favor. Ha! Which is not true. We've had a lot of unlucky rolls, honestly. Like we've Mad Matt called it. Like we were going through some brain hemorrhaging on that one. Shadow says we're gonna go through the hole in the wall. Let's do it. Hole in the wall takes us to story card 142. We've died 5 times from holes in walls, by the way, in this entire 2-episode series. Our death counter is up to 8. We've died 8 times, which honestly is pretty good. The tunnel has been carved into the bedrock surrounding the lower level of the old prison building. It's dark and dank, but gets warmer and warmer as you progress. The tunnel splits into 2 passages. Down the first, you can see glowing pink crystals embedded in dirt walls. They're throbbing unpleasantly. They're buzzing, too. The other passage is full of thick green mist. At least it's quiet and nothing is throbbing. All right, if you're level 5 or higher on the psychic scale, draw clue 117. We are not. We are level 2 because we have been hemorrhaging brain power, as Mad Matt calls it. So, do you want to continue heading down the dirt tunnel with pink crystals, or down the the green mist tunnel? So, pink crystal tunnel or green mist tunnel? Or leave it to chance. I would say take right, because it's right for us. Okay. Wait, hold on. Now I have to watch my own stream to know what you're talking about. Okay, 2. Thank you. There's a 2. All right, we're going to go into green mist tunnel. You had me trying to reverse my left and right. I was like, left, right. Wait, hold. All right, so we're going to go to this to check out the mist. Story card 129. The green mist smells awful, and you start to choke as soon as you get a lungful. You quickly become dizzy, but just as you're about to collapse, you feel someone slide their arm around your shoulder. They support you and help you walk forward. The mist dissipates when you reach the far side of the tunnel, and you look up to see a ghostly figure in a prisoner's uniform smiling gently at you as he fades from sight. The fog still burns in your lungs, but that ghost just saved your life. From here, you can see a ladder that goes up from what appears to be a watchtower. There's also a broken section of wall that opens into another room. I think this is the ghost that helped us. Look at his handlebar mustache and the charming demeanor. Oh, so kind. If you are level 5 on the premonition, you can get a clue, which we are not. We're still level 2 because hemorrhaging brain. All right, so we can climb up to the watchtower or climb through the broken wall. So up the watchtower or through a broken wall. You can also type 1 or 2. I'm okay with that one. Choice 1 or choice 2? 1, watchtower. 2, wall. 3, fate die. I'm coming down to the wire. Feel my throat being like, oof. Ready to call it? Nope. Let's call it fate die. All right. Fate die, fate die. Make sure that we don't die. Broken wall? Okay, Madman says we're going to go to the broken wall. I'm good with that. Story 122. There's a massive furnace here. It doesn't work anymore, but it survived the fire in good condition otherwise. The rest of the room is empty. You don't even see any ghosts. But some impulse tells you to take a closer look at the furnace. You spot something shiny inside. You can't tell where it's from, where you're standing, but there's room to crawl inside the huge furnace if you're curious. Here's the furnace. Do we want to try to climb inside the furnace to grab the shiny thing? Or leave the furnace alone and head into the next room? Do you want to try to climb inside the furnace and grab the shiny thing? Like Hansel and Gretel? Or do you want to leave the furnace alone and head into the next room? A lot of people die in horror movies by climbing into furnaces, but shiny! Be a bad furnace if it couldn't withstand a fire. It would be. It would be. Alright, so I'm assuming that we're going to climb into the furnace because we're here to make only bad decisions today. Okay. Let's go get the shiny thing. Because, ooh, shiny. Alright, wait, hold on a second. 122. Go to story card 154. You crawl inside and quickly find that it's impossible to get any traction. You tumble and slide right down about 30 feet, right into the old prison incinerator. I'm not easily distracted. Ooh, shiny. The good news is that it has not been lit in over a century. The bad news is that when the ghosts of a whole bunch of other people who were killed by burning gather in one place, you often see a phenomenon that paranormal researchers call a ghost fire. And you may not know this, but ghost fires burn like crazy. The end. Move back 3 spaces on the psychic scale and return to previous card. All because we had to get the shiny. All because we had to get the... And despite the fact I even emphasized, Leave the furnace alone and head into the other room. Just saying. Death counter number 9. Oh, we did, yeah, we learned pyro again. Yeah, 100%. Go to previous card. 122, I think it was. Yeah. Yep. But the shiny thing, yeah, totally worth being burned alive by ghost fire, right? So they're going to leave the furnace alone and go into the other room. 138. It said we went full golem mode. Or it might have been a penny. They're rare now, I know, right? Keep your pennies. They're going to start getting up in value soon. I was like, I have so many pennies. I was like, man, I wonder what it'll be like when I turn 80. The professor's voice comes over your communication earpiece. Watch out! This section of the prison is where the most dangerous inmates were held. And one of the cells looks like it's been remodeled quite recently. It has lead panels covering most original bars, but through a small opening in the door, you can see a crystalline entity levitating above the floor, moaning softly. It's the alien ambassador. And there he is. At the top of the door, just below the ceiling, you see a high-tech lock behind a thick layer of transparent material. If you had something like a revolver, you could try shooting the lock open. It would probably take really careful aim and a very steady hand, otherwise you're going to have to find another way into the cell. If you have clue 63... Let's see, do we have 63? We do not. Okay, we don't have clue 63. So it says here required challenge only if you have the clue. So I don't have the clue, so we can't do the challenge. There's a burnt out corridor leading away from this area. We have no choice. We have to follow the corridor and see where it goes. 141. This is the old cafeteria, and dozens of ghost prisoners are milling about, along with one frail-looking female specter in a tattered dress. At last, she says when she sees you. I have finally made contact with the other side. Hi, you say. She puts her translucent hands on yours. I am the medium charged with shepherding the poor lost souls to their final resting places. Go toward the light. You don't belong here with us among the living. But you finally decide it's not worth arguing about her, about which one of you is dead. The walls here are in bad shape, with two holes big enough for you to fit through. One hole is pitch black. The other is lit up with a green glow. Go to the light, the ghosts scream as you contemplate your choices. Should we go into the dark hole or the lit up hole, like the ghost lady says? If you're dead, was it you haunting the place? I sure hope not. This is like one weird dream if we were. All right, pitch black or lit up. I know what I would choose, but for once, and for the rest of the stream, as I've done, you all get to choose. If you guys don't choose, I will choose. Sure. How about we follow the light? Because if we fail, we can come back and blame the lady. Dealer's choice. Dealer is Shadow, so we're gonna do a Shadow set. I got distracted. I looked at the song list. I was like, what a weird song list. All right, we're gonna go into the lit up hole 145, and then we can tell the old lady, lady, that was incorrect. You find yourself in the old infirmary. Inmates died on a regular basis here while the prison was in operation, so it was haunted even before the fire. Now it's home to the oldest, most cantankerous ghosts in the entire subterranean complex. They've spent decades collecting, repairing, and polishing scalpels, bone saws, and other implements of crude 19th century medicine, just waiting for some hapless creature to stumble in and be their patient. Today is their lucky day, but not yours. The end. Go back 3 spaces on the psychic scale and return to story 141. We have died because that woman was wrong. 1, 2, 3, and we're back to level 2. And a death counter 10. I hope that lady's happy. So we're going to go to story card, The Dark Hole, Pitch Black, 135. We learned our lesson, right, guys? 10 deaths. We've learned it by now. Yeah, we're good. The tunnel leads to an exit high on the wall of a large, lead-lined prison cell. Beneath you, the crystalline form of the chrysalic ambassador lies motionless on the floor. The ambassador looks up at you, sends a telepathic message directly into your frontal lobes. What manner of creature can pass through the impenetrable walls of my prison? He transmits. Whoever you are, have mercy and free me from this tomb. Impenetrable walls? It's a tunnel. You think back to him. Have you even tried escaping? How long have you been down here? I am greatly weakened from my ordeal. The ambassador thinks back at you. Also, it's really dark. It's really dark. I mean, I understand that. I'll go back and yell at the lady. Darn you! I listened to you, and this is what happens. I just wanted me because you just want me to join you because you're dead. Sorry. Yes, that's exactly what happened. The only way out of this cell is back the way you came. So if you want to take the ambassador back to the surface with you, you're going to have to lift him into the tunnel. And he is quite heavy. Alright, here we go. So we have to beat number 3 with our dice roll. Right, strength check. Here we go. Beat a 3, beat a 3, we gotta beat a 3. Beat a 3, beat a 3, we gotta beat a 3. Beat a 3, beat a 3, we gotta beat a 3. Beat a 3, I beat a 3, I wanna win the game. We got a 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and utilize my telekinesis again. Raise the danger meter by 2 instead of 3, like it says here. Alright, we gotta beat a 4, gotta beat a 4. It's just mind over matter. What's the matter with that? Well, does it? I'd like my matter to be mindful of giving me a 4. You hear that? Piece of matter? Give me a 4 or higher. We gotta beat a 5 now. We gotta beat a 5. Gotta beat a 5 now. Gotta beat a 5. Gotta beat a 5 now. And we're all level 1. Sir, I have tried shaking it in many different ways. I cannot even tell you. Like, truly, like, I have done 1,000 different rolls over the last 2 streams of this. It's not working. None of it works. There. I beat a 3 with a 5. Alright, so with that, we can go to story number 146. We lost all our brain powder, but look, at least now I won. We go to 146. It'll be fine. I have lots of clues, though. Shake, 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 senora, shake it all the time. You drag the crystalline alien back to the security room where the professor waits. On a monitor, you can see a giant UFO entering the Earth's atmosphere. Hurry! The professor says in a panic. The Armada is almost upon us! The alien ambassador rushes to the console. He pushes a button and makes a series of harsh notes that only you can assume are his native language. If you have if you have clue 90 and are level 1 through 3, draw this. if you're 4 or 5, and so on and so forth. If you do not have a clue, continue reading. So let's see. Do we have 90? We do. We have the crystal pendant that we got. So we're here. We're 90. We are level 1 to 3. So we're going to go to clue 112. All right. So we're at clue 112. The pendant glows and makes a soft noise, so you bring it close to your ear. It's the alien translator. As the ambassador screeches away, you hear the following translation in plain English. The vile and foolish Hulins suspect nothing. Proceed with planetary extermination. I repeat, kill them all. All right. When he's finished, the alien sends a telepathic message. I have contacted my people. All is well. So now what? Go outside and await their arrival, he transmits. Do not fear, we have forgiven all your transgressions and will not murder you or the rest of your species. If you're level 5, do this. We're not. If you're level 2, do this. You're not. If you're level 2, we're not. Do this. If you're level 1, which we are, due to a lot of unfortunate events, draw clue 119. You know what the ambassador said, but something's giving you a funny feeling about it. All right, let's go to 140. Are you sure everything's fine? Because the way you said it doesn't really sound like it's fine. The alien rearranges his face into what might be a crystalline scowl. Fine? Fine? What do you mean? To ask whether it's fine that I was locked in a dungeon for years while your people tore my ship to pieces and stole my technology. You are not advanced enough to use or understand. Now that I think about it, your entire planet will die for your crimes, but the two of you will in particular truly suffer. The ambassador lunges at you. Fight the ambassador. Cool. We're going to fight the ambassador. Here's our fight with the ambassador. It looks like a lot, but we do have a +1. We have to beat a 3, and we have a +1 strength check with our pocket knife. Or fight check. Not strength check, fight check. We get a +1. Shake, 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 senora. Shake it all the time. All right, we got a 5. Win, move 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And get story card 147. You rush outside with the professor just as a massive fleet of crystalline flying saucers descend through the clouds. If only I'd finished assembling my doomsday device, the professor laments. Oh, wait a second. You say, you were working on a doomsday device? Well, technically, it's a defense against doomsday devices, but if you point it the wrong way, it will definitely blow up the planet. You really need to remember to point it the right way. The largest of the alien ships stops above the manor and hovers in midair. But it's all for nothing, the professor continues. Without my valence conduction capacitor, my quantum synthesis stabilizer, and my hyper isotropic resonator, all is lost. So basically, if we have 3 clues that we should have gotten at some point in the game, we can probably win this. If you have all 3 clues, let's go to 148. We're looking for 92, 96, and 102. $90, 98, 77, 58. Oh, here they are. 92, 96, and 102. Okay, so we have two of them. We have 92 and 96. All right, so if you have all three clues, we go to 1. If you only have 1 or 2 of the clues, go to 143. So we have 2 of the clues, so we're going to go to 143. There's nothing we can do to stop them, the professor says, eyes wide. Earth is doomed. His galactic psychic fleet is no match for our pocket knife. Instinctively, you both make mad dash for the ship as the UFOs begin firing lasers down from above. The thing needs more fuel if it's going to leave Earth's gravity, the professor says once you're both inside. He frantically empties his pockets in an open compartment on the ship's dashboard as the ground outside begins to buckle. Quick, throw everything you've got into the fusion reactor. If you have 12 or more clues with the phrase keep this item, go into your inventory. In your inventory, go to this one. If we have fewer than 12, then go here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have 14 of those. Yes! So go to story card 151 if you have 12 or more clues. 151. All right, here we go. That should do it. You strap yourselves into the seats and rocket through the Earth's atmosphere just in time to gaze out of a porthole and see the planet break apart and explode in a blinding flash of light. Your ship is rocked by the resulting shockwaves, but survives intact. Everything. Everyone, you mutter, unable to fully process the magnitude of what just happened. It's all gone. The professor's face is ashen. He silently flips open a little plastic cover on the console to reveal a button underneath. Someone has stuck a piece of masking tape under it with the handwritten words, "Faster than light drives." He shoots you a questioning glance. "Punch it," you say. "There's nothing here for you now." The professor pushes the button, and you head into the infinite vastness of the universe, unsure what fate awaits you. Where's the time machine now? To the past. We broke it on the way back, remember? Take a look at this, by the way. Without showing you any of the details, take a look. Right? There are 5 endings to the game based on how you play. We've played this game twice. and I don't think we've actually, I think we've gotten 2 of the achievements. Or 2 of the endings at this point. But there are 5 achievements, and it took us 5 hours to play this game together. Right? You and I as a co-op kind of thing. Imagine what you're able to do with a game like this that has 5 endings and 5 endings of 5 chapters, and look at the amount of clues we still have. These are the clues that we didn't find in the game. So is the game over or the end? That's game over. That is game over. Where is it? I just had it. Was it 151? 151. Yep. So it's the end, game over. Rocketing into space. Flawless victory fatality. Exactly. Exactly. So there you have it. That is all of the game. House of Danger. You can find this game, I believe, on like Amazon and a bunch of different things. You can probably find it at your local LGS if you like board games. I found this at the local LGS, for sure. Um, but yeah, so there are 127 total clues that we did not find in a 5-hour gameplay. The first time we played this game, we didn't find all these clues either. So as far as replayability is concerned, you can't ask for more. You will get a lot of choices. There was certainly danger to be found in this house, 100%, and we were thrilled to be a part of it. So, if you are interested in that, if you're ever interested in a solo board game, I definitely 100% recommend House of Danger. I believe we will probably also do the other version, the other one that exists, which is War of the Evil Power Master, which I absolutely enjoyed very much. This one we failed on maddeningly failed on it. So I'm looking forward to bringing this one back at some point this month as well. There was another one like this too. I don't remember it. It was House on the Hill or something like. It was this one. It was this. This is the other one. War of the Evil Power Master. If you've never seen the R.A. Montgomery books, book series, check it out. We used to go to the library like once a week and check out 2 or 3 and read them. One of my favorite one was Back in Time to Jurassic Park. Like we used to go, it was like one that you had to go back in time to the dinosaurs and you don't know how you ended up there. It's like I read that at the same time as Journeyman Project Turbo, and I was like, yeah, this is so great. But yeah, here's the other one. It's War with the Evil Power Master. It's the same thing with a slightly different rule set. This one is like you have to kind of like travel space to prevent the Power Master from getting planets. This one is using your psychic abilities. So even the board game between these two is actually different. But replayability, same thing. Multiple endings, many choices, lots of clues to be had, lots of ways to win, lots of ways to fail. We lost 10 times. So I think we did good though. I think we had fun. I enjoyed it. So I look forward to doing this again, doing another one, doing the other one at some point this month. If you saw in the Discord, I got cast in a role that I wasn't expecting. So my schedule is a little bit altered, and I won't know it's finalized until Monday. So when I find out on Monday what the schedule is going to be, I'll let you know where we go from there. But yeah, so I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. However, we will be doing, I haven't decided which one I'm doing yet. I have 2 story book style games that I'd like to try. I don't know which one though. Depends on like kind of like the mood. If you are a creative writer or someone that likes writing or likes even jotting down stories, or if you want to try being a serious writer, I found a couple board games that allow for creativity. Or so I have 3. So I have allow for creativity, how to boost your own mind to create a story that using prompts that exist, kind of the way that D&D does, but with like prompts, or to use it as a way to storyboard new ideas so that you can like overcome writer's block. I've actually found a few of them that are really, really cool. I think to try, and I wanted to showcase what they are, especially for those. I don't know if I ever told you. I remember the book I was writing. Oh, that's right. You did. I remember you did. You did say that you finished and you published it. Congratulations on that. Well done. I know that takes a lot of work. So really, really, really good work. I'm really, really glad. If you haven't, what's the name of the book and where can we find it? Go ahead and tell us. And if you're I think you're in our Discord. Post it in the sharing is caring. If you haven't already, please do let us know your accomplishment, and 100% let us know your accomplishment, because that is no easy feat to finish a book and publish it. And if you need a narrator, might I suggest you contact me for it? I'll let you know. If you need a narrator, let me know. If you want it narrated, let me know. Maybe we can work something out. With the D20 sitting on the dagger, it looks. Oh, on my table. With the D20 sitting on the dagger, it looks like the D20 is being stabbed. It sure feels like it. It's like, you didn't do me any nice. All right, so with that, we are going to go ahead and wrap this stream up. Let me go see who we can raid. I'm sure there's plenty of people today. Who haven't I gotten to raid in a while? You know who I haven't gotten to raid in a while? Hispanic. Drake gets to raid Hispanic way more than I do, so I'm going to go ahead and raid Hispanic, and go from there. They're playing Metroid Prime 4, Metroid Prime 4, I think the new one that just released. Do not spoil the game if you have played it or you know anything about it. If you've played it before, don't do it. Like, don't do it. It's like one of those like things that just I give you fair warning. If you know or have played it at any point, don't ruin it. But other than that, he's playing for his first time Metroid Prime 4, and he is very excited about it. So I'm gonna raid Hispanic at the disco. All right. If you are interested in doing anything new, exciting, if you want to find out new, if you want to find, what is this? Oh, post it in the Discord. If you're not in our Discord here, if you want to keep track of all of our stuff or post your successes to share and whatnot, post it in there. Join us in our Discord to be able to showcase that kind of stuff, as well as keep track of things that Drake and I are up to, our upcoming streams, any schedule changes that we have going on for ourselves, or other projects that we're also working on. That's the place to definitely showcase that there. Just in case, I say that just in case I don't keep it by accident. Other than that, I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow, where we showcase a new a new board game for tabletop. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And I should be back on, if not Monday, then sometime next week after that. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you all very much. Post it in Sharing is Caring. Post it in Sharing is Caring. I'll type it too, just in case. Sharing is Caring. All right. I look forward to seeing you all again soon, guys. Take care, and I'll see you all next stream. Grab this. Thanks for coming, everyone. Stay safe until next time.